Good kill. Hey, good kill.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at unguided weapons for the Mi-24 Hind, including assisted and manual ranging. Okay, without wasting any more time, let's jump into the cockpit and get started. Okay, so once you're in the cockpit, the first thing you're going to do is come down here to the weapons armament panel, and you're going to turn on your sight. And what that's going to do is you're going to get this reticle for your manual sight, manual ranging sight. Next, you're going to come down here and you're going to turn on your fire control. Think of this as a safety or a master arm. Without this, nothing is really going to work. Next, we're going to look at the weapon selector dial in the off or MSL position for missile. This is the ATGM. This is where you need to be for that. The GM30 is the grenade launchers. We have the GovPod with the MG762 and the 12.7mm. This will fire both of those rounds together. We have only the 12.7, only the 762. This is the fixed 30mm on the side of the aircraft, and we have the rocket and the bombs. Okay, so based on whatever you want to fire, you're going to turn this to match that. Okay. Next, we're going to have a look at, actually, let's look at the ranging information. So you look at this reticle and you will see no ranging information displayed for you right now. This is your manual range adjuster. So you're going to put this to, let's say 1,000, let's go 1,500. You're going to set it to 1,500, and you're going to notice that now we have ranging information being displayed here at the top of the reticle. So let's go ahead and adjust this now to 2,500. Okay, so you can see that the ranging information is now changing. The way that this would work is as this line comes to the thick line, the thin line matches the thin line, you're going to be within optimal parameters to take your shot, and you're also going to have a light up here to tell you that you're within range. Okay, so that's manual adjusting. The other things we should talk about, this is the switch that would allow you to choose what side the rockets are going to fire from. And this is your MG burst, long and short and medium. Keep in mind that long is very cinematic, it looks beautiful, but it's not very accurate because of the amount of recoil that the aircraft is going to absorb because of all those rounds you're expending, right? So short is actually the most accurate due to the reduced recoil. Less recoil over time, I guess. So it's a little bit easier to keep the aircraft stable and on target in the short burst. Okay, so that's all of that. Let's now look at automatic ranging. So when you throw this button up, still nothing is really going to be happening here. You're going to need to come over here and throw this up. Okay, so when you put this up, now you get the symbology for almost like a CCIP predicted impact point reticle. It's going to tell you that your rounds are basically going to fall around here. Now this is based on, it's not using a laser or anything like that. It's using radar altitude and also the pitch angle of your aircraft. And so it is going to be somewhat inaccurate as delta or angle increases from you to the target. So ideally you want to use this on flat terrain. As soon as your target is on a hill or on an inclining slope, you're going to have trouble with ranging. Okay, so, and also to make sure that that's working, you need to make sure that your radar altitude switch is in the up position here. Okay. Let's see what else. And if you put this up, basically what's going to happen is if you put this little dot on a target and you track it for 2 seconds, you manage to move the aircraft with that target for 2 seconds, you will get a lead to hit that target. Okay. That being said, oh, and we also have this here where you can reduce the light of the manual reticle so that it just declutters it a little bit if you like. Okay, so that pretty much sums it up here. Let's go to the front seat. There's a couple things we need to check out over there. Okay, so from this side, we're gonna check a couple of switches, make sure that they're good. We're going to check that the CPLR is in the up position. This is basically going to allow the assisted aiming to work correctly. And then we want the safety switches here to be in the up position. Okay? And also, if you're carrying bombs along with pods, you want to put this in the up position. And basically this will stop the aircraft from dropping your rocket pods as if they're bombs. Okay? It stops the aircraft from getting confused like that. Okay, so that pretty much sums it up here. Let's go ahead and try it out. Okay, so I'm going to turn down the manual sight a little bit, just declutter. In the heat of the moment, it can be confusing, the two different symbologies. All of a sudden, you line up the wrong reticle, you press the fire button, and you miss. It can be a serious problem. So I like to turn it down just to make sure I don't mess that up. And I forgot to put targets for us to kill, so we're just going to light up these buildings off in front of us and hope that we can prove the point. You'll see the yellow light turning on. There it is. Okay, so we are now in range. We're just going to get the pipper onto this red building here. And we'll go ahead and light them up. And you can see that those rounds are more or less on target. Alright, so that concludes the unguided weapons tutorial for the Mi-24 Hind. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.